Today, I'm playing Fortnite, but every single game that I play, I'm gonna be using a different pro controller player setup. The first pro player setup I'm gonna be trying is scuf. Basically, everyone knows who scuf is, and he's actually played his entire Fortnite career on a scuf impact, which I have right here. I don't know the specific details of his impact, but I'm assuming it has all the same fancy features that this one has, like the different height thumbsticks, the digital tap triggers, the built-in rubber grip on the back, along with the 4 extra reprogrammable paddles. These features are actually so crazy, and the settings that he uses this with is these. For slide hold time, he uses 0.15. The camera stuff is the default pitch in 0.1 with vibrations turned off. For build and edit multipliers, he uses 2.0. Look sense, he uses 42% on both with no boost. ADS sense, he uses 10% on both with no boost. And for some reason, scuf has always used a 0.07 look dampening time. Then of course linear, and on his scuf impact, his left stick dead zone is 7% and his right stick is 6%. And by the way, I'm on the grind for 100,000 subscribers, so if you're new here, could you please click that subscribe button? It means a lot. Now it's time to actually put the setup to the test. And I'm actually doing that in no builds, because if you haven't noticed recently, scuf has won so much money through no build Fortnite tournaments. In scuf's entire Fortnite career, from real Fortnite tournaments, he's earned a total of $87,000, which is of course a lot. But over the last 2 months, he's earned $75,000 through Twitch rival Fortnite no build tournaments. In those tournaments, he's actually been playing with Tfue, which is pretty cool. Oh, the aim settings are actually crazy. So basically, in 4 years of playing the game, he made $87,000, like taking it really seriously. And then just in the past 2 months in no builds, he's made $73,000. And that also just proves how good his aim settings are. Why are there bots in my game? That's weird. Maybe it's because I haven't played no builds in literally forever. Here we go, the aim. Oh, I missed because of the pole. Something scuf did recently that's actually kind of crazy is he actually changed something about his setup. Let's go. He's always only used 1 paddle on his scuf impact, and if you take a look, there's actually 4 of them. And the 1 paddle he's always used is jump. So what he did recently is added an extra paddle and put switch mode on that. Even controller players that have been pros for years still have to make adjustments to adapt. Let's go. Okay, I'm going in. Let's go. I've actually never used the DMR, so I'm picking it up. Let's go. Holy dude, that's actually crazy. I think I actually need the DMR for long range because I don't have anything right now. The hammer rifle is not good enough for long range. Let's go. Let's go. What a nice play to end it off on scuf's setup. I can see why he's won so much money in these no build tournaments. At 41% accuracy right there. That's crazy. Now I'm about to queue into a new game, which means I need a new pro player setup. And that setup is going to be coming from Wolfiez. Wolfiez is actually the controller player who has earned the most amount of money on Fortnite, having made over $1.3 million playing Fortnite on controller. He doesn't really stream or post YouTube videos often, so there's debate on which controller he uses, but if you check his Twitch channel, it says that he uses the Xbox Elite, which I just so happen to have right here. Pretty nice controller with the interchangeable thumbstick. It has the full wraparound rubber grip on it. It has the trigger stops on it, and then of course it has the 4 extra paddles. The last settings that I found from him was a 0.15 slide hold time. His reset camera access was actually on both, which is the first player I've ever seen use this. Reset camera time at the default 0.1 with vibrations turned off. His build and edit multipliers are both 2.4. His look sense is 40% with no boost. ADS is 11% with no boost, no look dampening time. Look input curve on linear, and then for dead zones, the Xbox Elites are known to have stick drift, so his dead zones are a bit higher at 15 on left and 11 on right. I do think it's important to note that Wolfiez isn't really a top player anymore. As it currently stands in EU, he's actually ranked as the 203rd best player, because obviously in his prime, he was insane and probably the best controller player at that time, but he hasn't really had a notable placement in a tournament in about 2 full years. Even though he's earned $1.3 million, 1.1 of that came from World Cup duos where he placed second. So even though he still plays Fortnite, and obviously he's still way better than me, he's just not necessarily considered one of the top controller players anymore. I'm not gonna lie, I really do not even like to use Xbox controllers, so trying to use a controller that I'm not even used to in a pub with sweaty players, it's honestly just not the move. So instead, we got some tilted zone wars to play that are just way more fun. Oh no! The name of the game is I'm supposed to switch my controller every game, but I gotta play at least a few rounds of tilted zone wars on this thing because it's Wolfiez setup and I can't disrespect it like that. Oh my. I don't have the app on my PC to be able to rebind these paddles, so I had to switch my confirm bind, which makes resetting stuff so weird. I'm lagging so bad. Oh, Wolfiez settings are actually so good. Let's go. I really don't like playing with Xbox controllers at all. I've almost always been a PlayStation player, so to me it's just awkward to try to use an Xbox controller. Oh, what a last shot. 3 rounds, 2 wins, and 1 second place finish. I think that's good enough proof for Wolfiez setup. Now I have one more pro controller setup to try, and honestly, I'm not very happy about it because it's another Xbox setup, and that's coming from SR3. I could just play Claw on a standard PS4 controller because that's what so many of the top controller players do. Day, Miro, Phase, Sway. However, it's fun to try something different, so SR3 is actually a top arena grinder, and he actually uses this controller, which is the Xbox PowerA Fusion Pro 2. And for his controller settings, he's actually using a 0.085 slide hold time, the default camera stuff, vibrations off, build multiplier is 2.4, edit multiplier is 2.5. For his look sense is at 36% for both horizontal and vertical with 7% boost. On ADS, he's at a pretty low 5% with 3% boost. 0-second look time linear, and then for dead zones, he uses 10-10. And for the SR3 setup, I'm gonna be playing some 1v1s. This controller is actually so difficult to use because it feels so fast. Watch. Oh, first try. I'm literally so bad on this controller, it's insane. SR3 is a person who you might not know, but you might recognize his name if you've ever looked at the arena leaderboard, because this season he was in first place for like months. The spray and pray always works. I didn't even mention the features on this one. It also has the interchangeable thumbstick. It has the trigger stops. It has the built-in grip on the back with the 4 extra paddles. It's literally a $60 knockoff of the Elite Series 2. And I definitely do not like it nearly as much. Oh, I feel like the build and edit sense are a bit too fast for me. However, the ADS and look feels perfectly fine. Oh, what a play. Oh, the piece control, bro. The piece control, it's so good. Oh, I even made him lead. On a controller that I barely ever use, settings that I think I've only ever used once. I'm counting that as a win. So those were the pro controller players setups. Remember to subscribe, use my creator code Carter2K in the Fortnite item shop, and thanks for watching.